Hello and welcome back to Tales of Lumin. Today we're talking about World of Warcraft Legion and specifically the Demon Hunter class. This is the first in my series of videos that's going to cover the specifics of the expansion. I'm going to talk about the Broken Isles in the future, the new PvP honor system, the artifact weapons, all the rest. This one, however, about Demon Hunters. Now, I want to mention before jumping in here that pretty much everything in here is subject to change. I mean, we don't know if all of this is going to stick around till launch. The beta could start, Blizzard could realize that, this, that, and the other is not working out as they intended, and then they'll change it. Most likely for the better. But I'm just saying that now, in case someone comes later down the line, watches this, and says, hey now. Okay? So there you go. That's it. Now, on the class page, their description reads as follows. Demon Hunters, disciples of Illidan Stormrage, uphold a dark legacy, one that frightens their allies and enemies alike. The Illidari embrace foul and chaotic magics, energies that have long threatened the world of Azeroth, believing them necessary to challenge the Burning Legion. Wielding powers of demons they've slain, they develop demonic features that incite revulsion and dread in fellow elves. They don't incite revulsion or dread in me. I just think they look like pretty damn badass. Demon Hunters are looking great. So, on the Legion site, the description is a little different. Dominate your foes as a demon hunter, an elven outcast shunned for daring to wield terrible powers of the Legion. Exhibiting superior mobility and a preternatural sense of awareness, demon hunters can tap into forbidden powers at times of dire need, metamorphosing, that's a word, into terrifying fell forms. Focus on havoc to demolish any who stand in your way with fiery demonic attacks, or specialize in vengeance and go toe-to-toe with even the most powerful demons, withstanding massive punishment as their attacks fuel your hatred. Now, an interesting point that I've got here is that apparently demon hunters were almost a thing back in Burning Crusade. It kind of fit that theme, and that's actually the reason they're adding it now, again, because it kind of fits the theme of Legion. I mean, it wouldn't have made sense adding a demon hunter in Warlords of Draenor. It just wouldn't have. But that's really interesting, considering we could have had a demon hunter, like, all those years ago, when Burning Crusade, the very first expansion of World of Warcraft, released. I don't know how that would have worked out. Apparently they weren't ready to add another class yet, and I completely understand that. They kept the basic classes for that, they added the new races, obviously, but, man, all those years ago getting a demon hunter, imagine how different it would have been. And how much it would have changed over the years. Anyway, next bullet point. Demon Hunters are a hero class, and they're apparently going to start somewhere between 95 and 100 in the Vault of the Wardens. The story behind it is that you, as a member of the Illidari, are sent off by Illidan on a crucial mission to the world of Mardoon. And then I guess you don't return until now. And all of this happened back when we raided Black Temple. You know, when Illidan saw us rocking up on his doorstep, he quickly sent these demon hunters away on a special secret mission that he didn't tell us about while he was monologuing while we were killing him. Now the demon hunters are back. Kinda cool. Only blood elves and night elves can be demon hunters. This is very important to note. No gnome demon hunters, no Draenei, no dwarves, no human, no nothing. Nothing but elves. It's possible, they say, that in future expansions more races could become demon hunters, but for now it's only blood elves and night elves, and lore-wise, they are the only ones that make sense. Some people were actually kinda outraged that other classes could potentially in the future be demon hunters. I personally don't care, it's like the same as with the other classes that had their restrictions lifted, Paladin and Shaman, for instance. Same kind of thing. It won't ruin the game if they had to change that somewhere down the line, but I guess for now, those are good. I mean, the art and screenshots and stuff that we've seen look good. The races definitely fit, so it's cool. It's cool. There are many different skin variations and colors. Some are scaly and demonic, and some are more normal. You can have tattoos, horns, blindfolds, and veils, and apparently only demon hunters are getting tattoos for now, because for some reason when people saw these tattoos, they were like, well, why can't I have that on my warlock, or my mage, or, well, on any of my other classes? Too bad. you're not getting it. Now, the class features include unrivaled mobility, metamorphosis, melee damage, and spectral sight. This is straight from the official site. The unrivaled mobility is pretty interesting. They showed off a couple of abilities where you can sort of rush into battle, leap back out of battle, and the class itself just seems quite quick. And that's nice. It's like a mix between, the mobility of it is like a mix between rogue and monk. And the whole class itself seems like a bit of a hybrid between rogue and monk. And then some warlock thrown in there. But the warlock part is actually going to be the demon hunter part, which is something that not a lot of people know right now, is that warlocks in their demonology, that's the spec, right? They actually lose in metamorphosis from there, and it's going to focus a whole lot more on like demon summoning and controlling demons and stuff. And then metamorphosis is obviously moving over to demon hunters exclusively. Very interesting stuff. The two specs that this class is getting: Havoc, that's the DPS spec, and Vengeance is the tanking spec. They said that they didn't want to add a third spec because it would dilute the awesome, the cool factor of the demon hunter. You know, it does make sense, and I think a lot of other classes would have been better off with just two specs. I mean, they couldn't add a demon hunter healing spec. I saw on Reddit a post, you should add a demon hunter healing spec and call it Therapist. It'll help you battle your inner demons. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. So you can just like go into a trance mid-fight and enter someone's mind, help them battle their inner demons, and that will, you know, make them feel better, uplift them, help them perform better in the raid. Oh, it's ridiculous, but amazing at the same time. Demon hunters use glaives and possibly all the other one-handed weapons later. That's something that wasn't clear right from the start. So in this new expansion, in Legion, you're not going to have weapon drops. Weapons won't drop from dungeons or raids or anywhere else, and you're just going to use your artifact weapon. That's it. And with Demon Hunters, your artifact weapon is going to be a set of warglaives, so you'll get one for each hand. You're not going to have to upgrade one, upgrade the other, upgrade one, upgrade the other, enchant them both, nothing like that. You're going to have a set that counts as one. It's going to be pretty cool, pretty sure of that. Leather armor only. They apparently considered male because there was obviously a lack of male users in the game, but they said leather fit better. I trust, I believe, I think that it'll be okay, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, regardless of the fact that everyone shares leather, most of the rogues and monks will, let's be serious here, go over to Demon Hunter. it's unfortunate, but the chances are it's going to happen. Demon Hunters can double jump, they can vault in and out of combat, and even unfold their monstrous wings to perform glide-in descents and surprise enemies from above. They can't stealth. They cannot stealth, but they can see through walls and reveal stealthed units, which I think is really cool. It's on a 2-minute cooldown as it stands right now. It's called, is it called Spectral Sight? I think it's called Spectral Sight. Yes. Allows you to see enemies through physical barriers as well as those stealth and invisible. That's something I think the game needed. It's super annoying in Arena. Now, I know everyone doesn't play Arena, but it's annoying in Arena where a druid can just like fight, heal, tank, and then quickly turn into cat form, blink away, just run around a pillar a little bit, stealth, and then disappear. And then suddenly he appears on the other side of the map and he's full health again. That's annoying. Or rogues running off and bandaging or whatever. So now there's going to be one class, just one, that can kind of counter that and also see through those annoying pillars in Arena. I like the idea. I think it's very brave to add something like that, because it obviously has the potential to break things. Same with double jump. Huge potential for abuse. They said that it's going to be usable in battlegrounds, in instances, all over. Like, they're not going to limit you in any way. And they said that it's not going to break the game, it's just going to, you know, make Demon Hunters feel more like Demon Hunters. More agile and so on and so forth. Now, a couple of example abilities they gave us. Fell Rush. Multiple charges. Rush forward, dealing X amount of fire damage to all enemies in your path. This generates fury if you inflict damage to at least one target. That's a generator, and I think that's the only generator they showed off. Then a couple of fury spenders. And if I'm not mistaken, the resources will be energy and fury. I may be mistaken though. I know there's fury. Okay, I do. But I'm not sure if there's energy as well. I think there is. Okay. Then there's Chaos Strike, 40 fury as cost. Melee range, instant, a brutal attack that strikes all enemies in front of you for X amount of chaos damage. Chaos Nova. This is an instant cast, 30 fury, 1 minute cooldown. Unleash an eruption of fell energy, stunning all enemies nearby for 5 seconds and dealing X amount of chaos damage to the lot of them. It's cool. It looks quite nice as well. I don't know how big the range is. It doesn't show here. But when I looked at the animation of it, it was pretty small. I-Beam. I'm supposing you can like glyph it or something. Make it bigger. I-Beam. This is a skill shot, which they didn't mention on the official site or anything like that. 25 fury, 40 yard range, channeled skill shot, 12-second cooldown, blast the target and any enemies near the target for X amount of fire damage over 3.71 seconds. It's kind of the same as Fists of Fury on the Monk, but obviously a little different as well, because I think the range is much higher and the way you pay for it is different. I'm not sure if the channeling time is the same. It seems about the same. Cooldown also seems about the same. And then Spectral Sight, which I mentioned before. Those are the only abilities they've shown off thus far. And I think that the Unfolding Wings gliding thing is going to be kind of like, not certain about this, but kind of like Goblin Gliders. Maybe as a Demon Hunter you'll have a built-in Goblin Glider, the engineering item. I love the idea of that. Like a whole lot. Vengeful Retreat. Instant. 24-second cooldown, vault back and avoid the next attack or spell directed at you. That's the final one. I thought I was done, but I've got another page here. All of that, if you put it all together, it seems like a lot of fun. They showed a couple of examples of, and to me right now, the class looks like it's different enough from Monk and Rogue and anything else. I honestly and personally think that a lot of people will want to stick with the classes that they are playing right now because of things like the revamps, the reworks that Blizzard are talking about. I mean, rogues, for instance, have so much to look forward to. They could be ninjas, pirate swashbucklers, or proper assassins with poisons and damage over time. Their 3 specs are sounding like they could be a lot of fun. I don't know what big changes are coming from monks, but if you take that and you combine it with the fact that the artifact weapons could be super cool, that's something they're going to have to work on really hard. I mean, you don't need to work really hard to bring a paladin back, because there's Ashbringer. You just mention that name, and paladins will be all over it. Same for shamans and Doomhammer. You know, those are kind of things that will keep people playing their classes, along with the class order halls, and everything else that will just bring that class pride back to people. They did good. They made a good decision with adding Demon Hunters now, along with the artifact weapons and the class order halls and stuff, because we know there are going to be a lot of Demon Hunters, but, well, at launch at least. I saw so many funny pictures on Reddit already about what battlegrounds are going to look like, or what instances and raids are going to look like, and all the rest. It's obvious there are going to be a lot of them. There will be a lot of them, but this might make it so that people maybe only play like the starter area to see the story, and then play them on and off as alts and stuff, but still stick with their mains. Let's hope so. Anyway, that's all I've got for you on the Demon Hunter class right now. It's looking really, really good, like a lot of fun, a very active style of play, which I personally like, and I'm hoping we overseas by the time this is playable, because, well, it would be much more fun with 0 latency or lower latency instead of 200 or 300 ms. But overall, I really like the class. But there you go. I want to hear from you guys what you think about the Demon Hunter, because, again, I'm interested in hearing how many people will just drop everything and jump on the Demon Hunter hype train. And again, I don't blame you. I just don't, because the class looks so fun. And it's been a while since they've added a new class. Now, sure, you could say, well, it was only 2 expansions ago, but there was a huge gap. Time-wise, it was quite long ago. So, find some links below to read more about it, and tell me what you think. Tell me if you are one of those people that will once again take pride in your class and stick with it. I think that the biggest draws are currently on Paladin, Druid because of the new forms that look amazing. Rogue because of the teasing of their new specs and the rework. And maybe Shaman because of Doomhammer. I don't know. I really don't. But it's all very exciting. Again, check back here soon for more. Give it a like, share it, and do all that stuff. Most importantly though, happy Demon Hunters and happy World of Warcraft Legion. Happy that.